Hey, it's your boy DD758 Sakafet. To all my subscribers, I'd like to say thank you. And to all my new subscribers, I'd like to say thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to leave a comment. 90 Day Fiance, Ryan and Stephanie. But I want to touch base on the other couples. For me, 90 Day Fiance was good, but let's talk about Jovi and Yara. Anybody from the Nolia? Because I've been to the Nolia before. I know about Louisiana people. I know about New Orleans people. And New Orleans people know how to throw down. And when you see somebody from New Orleans invite you to their house, you'll feel very welcome because I've been to some of my friends' parties, house parties in the Nolia, and trust me, that thing is so much fun. So she was expecting that when his parents said they were having something for that, it would have been something small. Yeah, welcome to Louisiana. Louisiana did not throw down. So if they're having something small, it would never be what you expect. But I just didn't like the fact that Jovi, the way he treated Yara, that was so wrong. Jovi, it felt like that episode was just about Jovi. It wasn't about he and Yara. He treated her so wrong, like, and she's pregnant. So somebody being pregnant or a woman being pregnant, women are very, very sensitive when they are pregnant. Jovi should read books. He should be learning more. But for some reason, Jovi best friend is a glass of a beer or a bottle of liquor. That's Jovi's best friend. Jovi is having fun with his friends. Jovi is acting like Yara don't exist. So that's why she's basically just lashing out at him because he don't care. And I find Jovi friends was putting more fuel into the fire by her friends, his friends telling her that Jovi is doing this, Jovi is doing that. Go and address Jovi. That's who they needed to address. It was Jovi. Not tell Yara that to put fuel into the fire. So when Yara gets home, it's just going to be this big argument. But Jovi, you need to grow up. He acts like a kid to me. And I understand in a way why he drinks. That's just my opinion because I've experienced the offshore life before. And it's like it's a thing. As soon as you come from offshore, all you can do is drink. I'm telling you. It's like a norm. Like when we come from offshore, we just like since you've been out there for so long, when you get back, it's just drink. But Jovi still needs to grow up. And Yara also has a YouTube channel, so it says I think Yara is just hanging around, so she could have probably get a YouTube channel going or get a lot of stuff going. Because that's what majority of those people are. It's starting to become the common thing on 90 Day Fiancé that they come on there, get the fame, start their channel, start doing cameos, and then the Instagram start popping and they just go their own separate ways. Some come back. But anyways, Jovi, he needs to grow up. I don't think he's ready to have a child. I don't think he's ready to be a father. Let's talk about Natalie and Mike. Natalie. These two, I think these two need to just get a divorce right now. If, well, allegedly they were married already, but they need to get a divorce right now because it makes no sense. They're not getting along. All she wants is that ring. She's longing for that ring, and he now has his history. They're just not getting along. She know what she actually is. She knows about cooking. She knows about cleaning because she also started a channel. Her channel is about cooking, and then her channel look like it's doing well so far. So she had a motive. Like all these people just have a motive for coming on 90 Day Fiancé. And she started her channel. It's doing well. If you guys want, you guys can check it out. I'm good. Let's talk about the Freaks and the Farm. The Freaks and the Farm. This episode wasn't too much exciting, but the dad. I just don't know why the dad is so fixated on Julia. He's really into knowing what Julia does. Like, okay, they're not. She's not pregnant. So, but he's really, really into Julia. I think he's into Julia more than his wife. So I don't know what's really going on with him. He needs to probably just chill. They need to chill. They need to stop acting weird because they act a little strange to me. They so fixated in their son's relationship, and then the two of them just need to just let the kids be kids. Let them try and figure it out. Stop being in their life so much. And just remember when Brandon said, that's the new contraceptive. My pull-out game is good. So it seems like that's the new contraceptive nowadays. And he got a good pull-out game, so I guess that's why she didn't get pregnant. But he mentioned it, I didn't. Let's talk about Minty and Tyrese. Minty and Tyrese, that relationship is another train wreck because he have experience they having a food partner before, and then in that experience it didn't turn out well because he was paying more interest into the food partner than he was paying any interest into Hazel. Sorry, it's Hazel and Tarik. He's paying more interest into Hazel than so he and Hazel are basically, they're still fishing for a food party, and I don't think it will work because it's the same thing the friend asked them, what if he starts showing more interest into whoever they get into their life, if he shows more interest into her, what will happen? And then she's right, because if he's showing more interest in the other partner, then the jealousy kicks in, the fight's going to start, and it's just going to be a terrible mess. That's what happened with he and Minty and Hazel, and it looks like he's still talking to Minty on the low, but he just don't let Hazel know that. So I think that storyline will get more interesting as time goes by. Now let's talk about telephone love. That's what really I want to talk about is telephone love. My last video I did, I called it "What's Your Flavor?" because on 90 Day Best All, we saw that play out. Harris was so disrespectful when they interviewed Harris on the 90 Days Best All. Harris, coming from the Caribbean, and the kind of stuff Harris was saying, for me, telling you from a Caribbean experience, Harris was very disrespectful. Stephanie Love. I think Stephanie, she said she's a Pisces, so I kind of understood where she's coming from being a Pisces, because I'm also a Pisces. Because when we love hard. When we fall in love, we always try to make our partner or whoever we feel comfortable. But at the same time, Stephanie, Ryan is not the type of guy you need in your life. Ryan is young. Ryan likes fishing, but not the fish in the water. He likes fishing for the fish for two legs. You know what I mean? That's the type of person Ryan is. Ryan is not somebody you can confide in. And when they were speaking about the watch, she, on her Instagram page, she showed the watch that she bought. The watch actually do cost that amount of money, but she got it on a discount. But it's the same thing. It looks like she lies a lot. And she comes up with lies to make it look like sometimes she's the victim, but then she's also coming off very controlling. Ryan should have never done what he did, because that's why she bought the glow in the dark condom, so she could have seen him use it, because she wanted him to use it, but he didn't. So it's just that the two of them, they didn't work. Why is she calling Harris? Why would you call Harris? You understand? That don't make no sense. So it looks like what she's doing. I'm not saying Ryan is a saint, but both of them are playing the same game. She's calling, she's still texting people, he's texting people. But why would you want to mess with the guy's cousin? That's beyond me. Why would you do that? And she comes off as, oh, she ran, oh, you didn't use a condom. They spoke about lubricant. That thing was just a hot mess, that situation between the two of them. So I want to discuss more or less Ryan and Stephanie, but if you choose to touch base on any of the other couples, go ahead. But I got with me today Kia. How are you doing, Kia?
I'm doing well.
Oh, what's your opinion on Ryan and Stephanie and Harris?
Stephanie is too old for the shenanigans. Because I was just like you said with the watch thing, I think she's trying to portray herself as more than what she is, because she thinks that she's she thinks he's from a poor country. So I think she wants to like make it feel like she's higher than him because she's always like, well, I pay your bills and I do this. And that's not going to work anyway if you feel like you're going into the relationship that you like, his mom or his owner. So with that, Stephanie, she's a hot mess.
Because that, I think, eventually that will lead to her being controlling. I think she's already controlling because she looks at it as she's doing so much. She's buying him this, she's buying him that, she's paying his bills, she's paying his salary, and he doesn't know she's paying his salary. So eventually, the control will get higher and higher where the two of them will just not make any sense. But what do you think about Harris?
So I said I wasn't going to subscribe to the $4.99 plus channel, but I needed to see the tell-all. So he said that she wanted it, and he was like, and he wanted it, and they would just like made it happen. So Harris just like in for a good time, and they know that she's a paycheck. So even though Ryan, like. Would know he's all wrong for you. He just want to get his family to the United States. Harris, both on the same thing. Ryan just caught the fish. But Harris is trying to get on too. So Harris, he's ready for the party because on that 90 day, he was ready.
Yeah, but Harris is smart. He saw all what Stephanie is doing for Ryan. So why wouldn't you want to jump on the bandwagon? Because you notice she's spending her money.
That's your cousin.
Yeah. And you seen that movie before Stella got a groove back? Yeah, Stephanie ain't get that groove back. She ain't getting that.
Well, Harris was wrong because that's his cousin. So that's your family at the end of the day.
Yeah, he was very wrong. But then, if you see, look, those type of guys, if you see she throwing that money around, he would try to jump on the bandwagon because that's why the tarot card reader told her that Harris, she can maybe pursue Harris, but then the tarot card reader said Harris has a motive. And she's right. Because basically, he's seen what she's doing. She's throwing that money around. I would want to jump on that bandwagon if I got a chance, but then I'm more.
Again, Stephanie is too old to be talking about going to another country thinking Stella got her groove back because she's too emotional for that. So, like, girl, you're not ready for that game. If you were just going over there, you just wanted to get some at your age and, you liked it, that's fine. But don't play games. Like the latest episode. Why are you calling Harris? And then I was mad at her friend. Your friend, like, oh, well, she said, I'm over here by myself and I can trust Harris. Girl, get back on the plane and come back to America. Nobody forced you there. So
exactly.
I'm still trying to figure out, why are you calling Harris?
Did you see at the end when she was stabbing the bull?
I told you she crazy. Something wrong with her. I said she crazy. She was on meds. I couldn't determine if it was meds or was she mixing or she mixed the drinks with the meds. I was like, what's going on with her? Like, run.
Because like I said, she has a cat. I suspect that cat. I've seen so many things happen in that apartment. That's why that cat look like it needs some therapy. Because every time I look at that cat is like it's moving so slow. The cat must be just tired of seeing all that drama in her apartment or whatever the cat is seeing. It really affected the cat. The cat is no longer a normal cat anymore.
Yeah, but I'm Stephanie. I'm not feeling her. Like I said, I think she came off a little arrogant, and again, I think she's over there trying to have a good time because she enjoyed what her and Harris shared, but she preferred Ryan because she invested so much money in him. And like I said, when Ryan messed up, if you were so upset about the condoms, why are you calling Harris?
And you saw what she did when she said, like, oh, let me check to see if my ring is still there. She was looking for the ring. Why all of a sudden you're not on good terms? Now Ryan is a thief.
That's why I asked in your chat, like, is she on medication? Like, what was like she was all over the place. Like, how you go from condoms and lubricants to ring. And then she calls him on the phone and say, oh, thank God that you didn't steal my ring. If I thought you stole my ring, you would never know. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad for accusing him in my mind. But why are you calling him? So she likes drama. I just think Stephanie is an old drama queen.
All right, I got Nana backstage. Hey, Nana.
Anna.
Hey, Kia.
Hi.
I agree with Kia 100%. I think there's something very wrong with this woman. Something very, very fundamentally wrong with her. How do you call somebody and tell them that you're grateful that they didn't steal your mom's ring? Like what reaction was she expecting? Like, oh, thank God you're not a thief. It's so silly. There's something very wrong with this woman. And fine, granted, Didi, she's a Pisces. I'm a Pisces as well. I know I'm emotional, but I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Like she's really, really crazy. She's absolutely nuts. And the way she was rolling around on the bed and laughing, and she's jumped
Yeah.
from on on the one hand she's upset, then she's laughing about the situation, then she's calling Harris, then she's like, woman, where are your
Wait,
boundaries?
ladies,
Where's your
have you ever seen that movie Death Becomes Me?
See, I've never
Yeah.
seen it. Okay.
With Glenn Close?
You need anytime you get a chance here, just check out that movie because it's about these old women, like they give them a potion and then they try to look as young as they can, no matter what. They just try to look young. And they end up fighting. It has Bruce Willis in it. But all how I look at Stephanie just reminds me of that movie because all what she's trying to do to keep herself young, it would not keep any young guy that come into your life. It would not keep them.
I definitely think something must have happened to Stephanie when she was at a certain age, at a very young age, maybe in her early 20s, that stifled her growth. Because her maturity level is that of like a very, very young person. She's emotionally immature, but also this fixation with being young and with having young men. I think something must have stifled her growth at some point, because this is not normal behavior. It's really not.
And I agree now, because I couldn't, I was, watching it and I couldn't tie together. Like, she's supposed to be a successful businesswoman. So I'm like, well, how do you manage a business, but you're running around another country just about to lose your mind? Like, how do you go together? Like, who is she managing at her business, and how is she functioning on a regular day? It's just Stephanie.
But someone said in the comments she's going to be starting the OnlyFans page. Should I start my OnlyFans page as well?
Go on, Didi.
Yeah, she's about to start the OnlyFans. I definitely will not be paying any money to see that OnlyFans page. I'll definitely pass. Not me. Sorry. Let me see who I got. Oh, I got another new caller. Hi. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
You muted. Oh, now I'll bring her back up. Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Hi, Tony.
Hey,
How you doing?
Hey, Nana.
Hey.
What do you think about Stephanie and Ryan?
Oh my God, I look so fat on the camera.
You don't.
I think about who?
Stephanie and Ryan.
Oh God. Stephanie and Ryan. Honestly, I've been watching several reviews. I honestly haven't watched the last 2 episodes. I kind of fall off of the shows after a while. Like, I could go 3, maybe 4 episodes in. But Stephanie, no, she's crazy. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. She is hella bat crazy. She's bat shit crazy. Like, look at how erratic she acts. Who does that? Can you guys hear me? I have so many open. It's ridiculous. Hold on. Sorry, I'm multitasking as I'm doing this. But yeah, so you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so I think Stephanie is just, oh God, I have to open this back later. Sorry, multitasking. I'm trying to get rid of.
Let me drop you. I'll bring you back up. I got Andessa in the building.
Hey, Auntie.
I don't know if it's like everybody having technical difficulties. Stacy, you muted. Unmute yourself.
Boom.
All right. Now.
Any feedback?
No, we're not getting any feedback. I can hear you clearly.
That was Alexa. So I always leave the motion for the dogs. I mean music. Okay, come on.
So what do you think about Ryan and Stephanie?
I'm getting feedback, so I hope this is coming through clear. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Andessa.
Hi, Andessa. We can hear you.
Hey.
Let me tell you about Stephanie.
Like everybody having problems with the internet today.
Andessa probably has a delay, eh?
Maybe.
She probably does.
Oh my God.
But Stacy was saying something.
Okay, Stacy, what you about to say? I'll have to bring Andessa back because it's like she's having a delay.
Yes. Like Nana was saying, this woman is erratic. When I heard she said that she slept with the uncle or the cousin, I couldn't believe it. That's what made me think that she's very erratic. Now, what happened on the last episode, because I catch it on time. I can't watch it the next day. That happened the last episode. A lot of things she said is just not sitting right with me. Like when Ryan was saying, I have a cab waiting, she's like, with whose money? Calm down. She needs to calm down. She's like, your mom didn't say thanks. And she also said, look at all those watches sitting there, thousands of dollars. So if Ryan is making it about getting into the US, he's right. He's damn right, because she's making it about money.
Yeah, she is. But do you think there's any kind of love in that relationship?
Absolutely no. You saying that Pisces love hard? No, because everything is about money for her. And let's go here with the Harris. I don't care how mad you are. I don't like my ex right now, but I would never sleep with anybody in his family, none of his friends. So how do you just fall on Harris?
I think the producers have a lot to do with the fact that I think the producers be egging them on, like, call Harris. That's how I think. I don't know if it's true. I really think the producers be like, what do you think? You should call Harris. What do you think about that? And she won't say no.
Say again, Kia?
No, I said Stacey, but she fell on that. The producers didn't make her give them cookies up
the first time. Yeah.
It's already in her mind, and then she's like, her friend, whatever her friend was, she was like, whatever she said, I take it to heart. Why don't you make your own decisions? You're so grown, you're so old. Make your own decisions. See the situation for yourself. Nobody should be making decisions for anybody because nobody sees the whole picture like you. She's like, I'm gonna take it to heart, and she's like, Harris, can you come over?
No, she's very immature. Do you remember there's a time even her brother had to call a lawyer to talk to her, to talk some sense into her, because clearly the brother knows that she's got no sense. So she's probably done this before. And he kept telling her, we know Belize, we know what we've been through there. So he's probably been through this many times with her. She's probably taken those glow in the dark condoms with her before to Belize, who knows? But that whole, I mean, that girl she's a hot mess, man. A hot mess. Do you know how old she is?
There's a pattern.
Hey, Leslie.
You muted, Leslie.
Hi.
Hi.
I think there's a pattern for all of those people
who
are on 90-day, like Molly, I think, the one who says the lingerie, and the one who's with Ziad, I think, the Tunisian guy. There's a pattern with these women, and Stephanie also falls right into that pattern, just that she is a little loco, like in real life. But these women have a pattern for doing this.
She's a lot of local.
What you got to say, Leslie?
I said she's a lot of local. She's not. There's something really, really, really wrong with her. I don't know who was out of you ladies that said that possibly something happened to her earlier on in life. I can see that clearly. Like there's definitely there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. And I'm sorry, how much money do you say you have? Because obviously the woman doesn't understand what actual money looks like.
Because you're saying, like, you're putting value on things that clearly can be fact checked. Somebody fact checked that $3,000 watch or whatever it was she said she gave him. It was like $200 on Amazon.
No,
like,
when I sorry for cutting you short, when I checked it out, Leslie, it was actually the price she said it was, but she got it on sale. That's what it was. But she tried to make it look like that's what it cost.
That's like me going to TJ Maxx and buying a $300 dress 4 seasons off and saying that it's a $300 dress. No, it was $300 4 years ago. Now
exactly.
It's $29.99. Like, you know, like, and I don't understand. Like, why would you, if you really love somebody, why would you put value on gifts?
Exactly.
That you why would you do that? Like, she's a very manipulative, controlling, weak, and pathetic individual as far as I'm concerned. She's kind of just, she's gross, and she gets what she deserves. And I'm sorry, but you're telling me that you went to the hospital for bug bites, but you're saying you couldn't go to the hospital, or you couldn't go to the police when you said what happened to you? That's a little off. You're going to put yourself in the hospital and end up on an IV drip and complain that they're not paying for your medical costs or whatever else because you got bug bites, but something like that happened to you and you didn't go get yourself checked out. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Exactly. I don't know. I cannot put my finger on Stephanie because I've seen situations like Stephanie's situation happen so many times, and it never ends well. Because I'm not saying you cannot be attracted to an older woman. You can, but at the same time, if you're attracted to a younger guy, make sure the guy is interested in you, not what you can give. Because that's the only thing he's interested in, and his family is interested in what she can give them. But to say that they're for love, the green card,
I have to say, I don't see somebody getting into a relationship with a man or a woman that's 20 years your senior because you're in love. Either you have psychological issues and you have mommy or daddy issues, or you want something. Because I'm not trading my pretty for love if you can't give me anything. There's no way.
And let's think of it this way. So maybe she just feels like she wants to be in control because, again, you know, with her being older and the money. So maybe she feels like she can control Ryan, and that's an insecurity that she has within. That's why she picked a younger guy and continues to use money. Because why wouldn't you pick somebody with your, even if he was younger than you, why wouldn't you pick somebody at your same level?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like Bobo says in the comments, I think she was privileged and thinks she's above certain people. And that's, I mean, it's in line with what you're saying here and Leslie as well. It's just, she thinks she's at a certain level, but then she won't pick somebody at her level because then she doesn't want to feel like she needs to compete with them or that they can compete with her. She needs to feel like that she's in control, you know, in control of the situation. And she picked the right one, but at the same time, he's going to show her wahala, as we say over here.
You're muted, Stacey. I see you're trying to say something.
She's muted.
You're muted, Stacey.
I see you're doing gestures, but I can't hear you because you're muted.
Yes. I was doing the gestures, yes, but I feel like for somebody who likes to be in control like that, she gives up a lot of choices to people's ideas. Like the crystal person and her friend, everything that's going on, she has to get feedback from her friends. Like, what do you think about this? I don't know. That's like a complex personality.
But why for me, the tarot card reader, I can give, she needs to hire me because I can give her that advice. She don't need a tarot card reader.
Exactly.
She can hire me.
The wrong meanings. If you look at the card, even if you know nothing about tarot,
it also looks like that tarot card reader.
You said she looks like her? Yeah, but when she was holding up the card, she was like, and this means
that she looks.
And I was like, that's not what the picture says.
No, that's crazy.
But whatever.
No, even the cat could have told her, you know, it could have predicted her future. Whatever the tarot card reader is telling her is not anything spectacular. That's not coming from any, you know, any kind of outwardly wisdom.
Real talk, though. I want to know what's in those mute spots that she's taken. Because those shots, she takes one of those shots and she's just woo-hoo everywhere. She's hula hooping and dancing and doing all kinds of silly things. I've never seen somebody work so hard to stay young.
Allegedly, or whatever, we're on YouTube.
Allegedly.
But what y'all think about Jovi and Yara's situation?
No.
Jovi and Yara.
Jovi and Yara?
When
Yara
at the party.
Yes.
When he was just he act like I don't know, he act like Yara wasn't even she didn't even existed. That's how he acted.
No, Yara's doing too much.
What?
Yara's doing too much.
I agree to disagree with you.
I'm not mad at Yara at all for a few reasons. One,
exactly.
He came to a different country, not knowing anybody. He abandoned her for a month while he went to work. 3, she's pregnant. 4, she had a very bad miscarriage before that. So like,
and he abandoned her then as well.
And she's scared. Let's call it what it is. And then his family is looking at her like she's a gold digger. I'd be upset too. I would be mad.
Go ahead, Kia.
His family?
What?
What did you say?
Hold on, Stacey. Hold on, Stacey. Let me hear Kia have to say. Go ahead, Kia.
Sorry. So I was waiting for it. Okay, so I was you remember when they were in the furniture store and he was acting a fool. So
yeah.
I think he had some underlying issues because even the lady from America was like, oh, they're gonna have problems because of his attitude. So I think at first I was kind of like worried about Yara, you know, she's a pretty girl and she's, so you were a little concerned, like maybe she's coming over here, with a motive. But I think she really likes him. But I think she's gonna have her hands full with him because he has some type of drinking problem and going on, and he was hiring a prostitute. So it's prostitutes and drinking to one woman, and and he still goes away for long periods of time. So are he getting the prostitutes on the ship or wherever they're at?
No, they're not on the ship, Kia.
Listen, I don't know.
There's always a port nearby.
No, it don't work like that. I work offshore before, so it don't work like that. those ships.
Sometimes that's how it really is.
Okay. Like this man
Let me give you.
He knows what he's doing.
Let me explain to you how offshore works. The way it works is that they take a helicopter to the ship. The ship stays out in the Gulf of Mexico. So it's not like it comes to the port. It stays out there and they fly back and forth. So when you're out there, you have to find a source of entertainment. Like they have Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi is not all that. It's weak. So when he comes back, I can understand he wants to have some fun because being out there for a month or sometimes 2 weeks, it's mentally, you have to be mentally drained. So I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just saying the man wants to have fun and Yara keeps on complaining.
Didi, you're telling us too much.
I'll be honest with you. I was Team Yara the second that Jovi started flat out like saying that she was lying about the pregnancy. That's when I was Team Yara. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want to believe it. Oh, honey, let's go to the doctor. There's a way to get around that. No, you're lying to me. I'll believe it when you take a test. That's just grimy.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Well, at first I wasn't Team Yara because I thought she was a gold digger. But I became Team Yara after that last episode. Because you cannot bring somebody to the US. They have no friends, they have no family. You will feel like you're lonely. And he's not making any better by he's always drinking. Kia, remember Virginia from Married at First Sight? I think he and Virginia would make a good couple because
Virginia said Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday she wants to drink.
Yes.
You can't have 2 drunkards together.
And let's face it, he's really not attached.
No bills are getting paid.
He's really not attached. He doesn't have a great body. He's got those funky teeth. He's always like this. In every picture, he's just silly. I don't know what she sees in him.
And guess what, Leslie? He was paying for a prostitute. So you should be glad Yara is here for free.
Yeah. She's beautiful. Like,
Yeah, but one more question. Don't you think his friends may be trying to get with Yara because the friends was throwing the fuel into the fire by saying, yeah, Jovi's not paying any attention to you because they see how she looks. So it looked like they're trying to start a little trouble. Maybe one of them might probably try to talk to her on the low. Because why they should have addressed Jovi. Hey Jovi, go hang out with Yara, go hold her, go, something like that. And then they're like, oh well, he's not paying any attention to you, he's drinking. And the mom is like, they in love.
You know why, Didi? Because those are not friends. Those are good time boys. There's a difference.
Exactly.
Those are not his friends.
Yeah.
Like those are people that are going to be around when the liquor's flowing and you're partying, and they see that this girl is there and she's like, she's putting the brakes on that lifestyle, and they don't like it.
But guess what, Leslie? He don't have any friends. Because you remember his friend, the female friend that went to the spa with her, that's the one who told about the prostitutes. I'm like, Joey, you have no friends.
Who's your friends?
That girl was snitching from the onset. She couldn't help herself. She's like, from the moment they met, she's like, do you know that he hooks up with strippers? And do you know that he was a hoe? And do you know that he was... From the moment that they met, she couldn't wait. He has no friends, literally. But I think I agree with Leslie. I think they're just good time friends, and they're just thinking to themselves, if he settles down with this girl, there's no more. You know how he's at the parties laughing like a muppet, like opening his mouth all the way up. They're like, we won't see that anymore. It will just be like conservative.
See him paying the tab.
And he probably won't pay as well. Yeah. So those are not real friends.
Yeah.
But I just think 90 Day Fiancé is actually becoming. It's just that those people just come on here when they come on the show, get noticed, get the Instagram going, start a channel, because Yara has a channel, Natalie has a channel, and then that's it. They're not really coming for the purpose of the show anymore. It's just for them to just. What's up, D?
And it's very staged as well.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Did you say Natalie has a channel?
Yeah, she does, a cooking channel.
Natalie, the one that talks through her teeth?
Yes.
I would love to see that. I would love
You're
to.
learn
It looked like she got some plastic surgery done, because she looks much better than when she just came on the
show. She is an ugly person on the inside. I'm sorry. Yes. And that hair is just old time wet look.
But actually, talking about Natalie and Mike, does anybody notice that Mike antagonizes her? He does things to her. Like, watch the episodes. Like when she asked him to clear out a drawer because she wanted to fold her clothes. He was like, oh, why can't you just hang them? And she was like, because I like to fold my clothes. And he was like, well, you have a closet here and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. If somebody was that nitpicky, when I ask you to do something simple, like get me a drawer.
Leslie, she doesn't ask. Leslie, she doesn't ask. She demands. She talks to him like he's beneath her and she's royalty. She came there with her long arms, with nothing to her name, demanding steak when she didn't even have lemonade money in her pocket. She'd have to move herself with that style with me. No way.
But did you guys see Malcolm and Marie? They remind me of that movie. Most people didn't watch it because it was an hour of just arguing. And I could just imagine them behind closed doors. It's just like they're both hitting below the belt. And all she could focus on is the ring. Like, girl, it's not working. But she like, are you going to give me the ring back? Are you going to give me the ring back?
Yeah, that's all she cared about.
You just said that he's ugly. She's like, well, I'm pretty. Like, who? Like...
No, she's beautiful. She's beautiful.
And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a very direct person, but somebody that's passive aggressive to the point that Malcolm is would Mike would really, really, really work my nerve. And I can't say the things that I would do because they would probably be a lot nastier than what Natalie's doing. A lot.
The cat doesn't even like her. If the cat doesn't like her, you know she's a witch.
But one thing I can tell you about animals. You see, if animals don't like you, then you're not a good person. Animals can sense that kind of thing.
I guarantee you, this woman floats on water. She's a witch. I'm telling you.
Natalie has.
No, she's a Christian. Didn't you hear?
Yeah. They all say that. I'm a Christian, and those Christians, it's true. Those Christians are the same ones that clutch their Bible and walk past the homeless.
I was being facetious.
I know you were.
Yeah. I mean, she's such a good Christian because, you know, Mike can't believe that there's actually other life on the universe.
Would any of you guys take cooking lessons from Natalie? Like,
How could you take instructions from someone you can't? This girl doesn't. She's like a ventriloquist dummy. She's all
guys.
Did you see her peeling the carrot that day? She was mad when he like.
Exactly. and she said that's all she's having for breakfast. Like, you'd rather have a carrot over French toast.
I've never seen anyone peel a carrot like that. I was like, okay, don't go to bed around her because she was like.
Yeah, exactly. You know she's starving, really. She's absolutely starving, but she wants to put on this persona that she's healthy and she's beautiful. She's a fool. He needs to send her back with a stamp on, back to where she come from, and just get himself one of the local girls from the town and just be happy with that.
The hairdresser likes him.
Period.
The hairdresser is not a woman. That's not a woman.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
She did not look like a woman. I thought that was a dude.
Have you been to Seattle?
Have you been to Washington State? That's the way they all look.
Oh my God.
That woman.
Anybody from Washington State who doesn't look like that, but the vast majority of women look like linebackers there.
I think that the point is he has options irrespective of what they look like. He has options. So
he ain't got no options. He ain't got no options. That's why he was on the Ukrainian catalog for women. He ain't got no options.
He met her through his best friend's wife. Don't you remember at the christening of the baby? He was one of the few who didn't go searching for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I met two friends.
Leslie, that linebacker comment at me. Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was really mean. It's just in my
opinion, it's the truth.
Judging from the people that I've met, they're very healthy women in Washington State.
I see. Well, that's one state I've never been to.
Sorry?
Say again?
The one with the tattoos doing the hair is a healthy woman?
Healthy. Like, she's a good, strong, healthy woman.
She had a lot of cholesterol in her veins. You couldn't see that?
Oh. Yeah.
I was trying to be nice. He's yelling at me.
Okay, so all right, okay. Hold on. Let's talk about Ziad and Rebecca. Do you think that will work? Because from my experience,
Ziad.
Say again, Leslie.
I feel bad for Ziad.
And me.
I do. That poor guy's sleeping on God knows where, living in the ex-husband's apartment building, no furniture. And then everybody that comes into that house is always ragging on him. It was her idea, not his.
Leslie, didn't you notice she's starting to be a little bit of a bunny boiler? The signs are there. The red flags are there. They're not pink and green. They're red, bright red flags. She is crazy.
Yeah, and that's not going to work because she's already showing signs of jealousy because the girl moved the truck. And she's like, well, in America, women that ask to do that when no one is around. I'm like, no, we don't. If I ask you for me to move something, that's what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
Rebecca's very insecure. Like, I think she's even insecure around her daughters. Like, what was wasn't it one of the daughters that she was like, oh no, in his culture, unmarried women don't stay in the house with them. That's your daughter.
Single men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's just making her own rules. Because I don't even know what she's talking about when she says some of the stuff she said.
I think she's happy with him staying at home right now. Because, when everybody keeps asking, is he going to work? Because he's not going to be able to go to work because as soon as he go to work, she's going to probably be there with him like helicopter. Like, hey, what are you doing?
She's going to make sure that she manages that schedule so that they're always working at the same time. That's what's going to happen there.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's why Natalie is saying she's a bunny boiler. It's typical bunny boiler behavior.
Explain what's a bunny boiler again.
Didn't you ever watch
They boil the bunny. They boil the bunny. They feed the kid's bunny and they boil it in hot water.
Oh, okay.
So in the movie Fatal Attraction, when the ex-girl
boils the bunny. Yeah, I remember.
The kid's bunny. Yeah.
I remember now. That's true. But Ziad, when she spoke about the kids, Ziad keep on telling her that, okay, I'm not wanting kids right now. And she keep on pushing it, putting the idea in his head. So I think she really needs to chill out on that, because she's putting without she realizing she's putting too much pressure on him. Because he already came over to America, he's already in an apartment by himself. You brought him to meet your son, your grandkids. He seems like a really nice guy the way he was playing around with the kids, but then stop pushing it and talking about the kids, because then you want to make him start thinking about that right now by pushing it so much. But what they'll think about that situation?
You know, when a woman is hurt so many times, every time that any situation, she's paranoid. So I think she's preparing herself for failure, and she's going to push him away.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with you, Kia. I think she's just preparing herself for the moment when he'll either tell her that he's gotten somebody pregnant in his country, or when the 2 or 3 year lapses. I don't know how long it takes till you get your citizenship, when he'll leave her for somebody else and get somebody else pregnant. She's waiting for that moment, and I think she's very wounded by the fact that she had a half hysterectomy. Because for any woman, and she had it in her mid-30s. And that's a time in many women's lives when you're really looking to, either if you have children, you want the last ones, you know, if you want more children, or you're looking to have a child. So for her, it was like, oh no, you know.
But she's old now. I'm not going to say about my age. I'm 44. I don't want nothing coming up out of here. I'm good. I promise. I don't care who he is. You're good.
Amen.
All right, yeah.
She had it when she was like 35. I'm 35. Like, I can imagine, you know.
Yeah, but she's older now, so she's at that place. And when I was married,
and she has kids, and she has grandkids. Like, she was
that's what I'm saying. She missed the boat. You have your kids. I don't have kids. I was married. And if I meet somebody now, it's not happening. Like, dude, I don't even want to try. We good.
Rebecca needs to understand that if you call somebody bad dog long enough, they're gonna pee all over your bed.
Exactly.
They're gonna do it. You're gonna manifest.
Exactly.
It. Stop speaking things into the universe. Stop it, because they work.
She better go sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She can't even stay up long enough. Her energy level, because my friend just had a baby at 43. Her husband doesn't have any children. And I said, girl, how that's working out?
I hope she got money for a nanny. When she got some older kids.
So she didn't have any. She could. Let's say she didn't have a hysterectomy. Realistically, would you want to have a baby and your kid? You somebody's grandmother. You're like, they're older.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit strange.
Exactly.
I think it was also an excuse. Yeah, it was also an excuse for her to kind of, because she knows that either she doesn't want to have more kids or she can't. That was a bit of an excuse. I know it might sound insensitive to say to him, you know, I actually can't have kids, like literally can't. But there are other options. She can have a surrogate if she wants, you know.
Yeah,
so it's just a way.
But you still got
working at Dallas BBQ. She got money for a surrogate.
90 days, they had the one egg. And she wasn't
You can't rent somebody's womb for that much money.
Let's just come up with some shady stuff.
Let's see, you're so shady. Just because the woman doesn't have a chair in her house, she doesn't have a bed. She doesn't have
money for surrogate. She hasn't got money for surrogate.
Say again?
She hasn't got no money for surrogate. She hasn't got no money for a hairstyle. She hasn't got no money to buy a brand new leather jacket that she so badly needs.
Yeah,
I think we should all start a GoFundMe for her to get a new leather jacket and stop walking around in the leather jacket in heat.
Well, Dee, she addressed that issue on 90 Days After whatever, and she said because she had to travel light.
She lied. She lied. She lied. Who you telling that to? That's a lie. I wanted to donate some jackets to her just to help her out because who's finding this woman? This woman don't even have a good fitting bra. Her tits are down to the ground.
Hello.
It's that biker chick look.
Yo, ladies, some of you ladies in the panel, I don't know.
You know it's true. You know it's true. I have no comment.
Don't go to a country where it's frowned upon for women to be covered in tattoos if you're covered in tattoos.
There you are. Exactly.
Don't do it, because you know that's why she wore that leather jacket 90% of the time, because she has full sleeves. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but there's certain countries where you just can't be that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
Kia.
And she did try to go out with him at the hookah joint. Remember when they went to the hookah joint and she was wearing like a sleeveless top just to show off her tattoos, and it was like, I mean, why would you be so culturally insensitive? But anyway.
Now let's talk
about America. Because we live in America. We're the best.
Let's talk about the freaks in the farm.
All right, before you talk about the freaks in the farm, I have to pack my laptop up because I'm actually leaving in like 10 minutes. I'll see you guys.
Okay. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Liz.
Bye. You guys, nice seeing you again.
Don't you think the father is kind of he's really fixated on his daughter?
Julia.
Julia,
yeah,
yes.
He wants Julia bad. He wants that boom boom really, really bad. But the old wife ain't doing nothing for him, man. He's thinking, look, he saw her, right, in her thong dancing, naked, literally naked, in a strip club back in the Ukraine or wherever she's from. And he cannot get that image out of his head. And I'm telling you, he's turning him on with all that mud all over her face with the pigs, turning him on like mad.
Yeah. Nana, what's your opinion on that?
I just find that family so strange. I can't even psychoanalyze that family. Like they're very, very strange people. The way that he kept saying to her, you tell me the truth. Are we pregnant? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Have you?
I didn't hear that. He said that.
He was like, he said, you tell me the truth. So what is the truth? Are we pregnant? And she said, no, we're not pregnant. I was like, whoa, okay.
He's been knocking boots with that girl, man. He's been knocking them boots with that girl. There's no way Dad's gonna come out with, are we pregnant? Brandon's so naive. I knew something was going on. I knew it.
I might be wrong. It might be that she said we are not pregnant, but the way that he was talking to her, as if demanding the truth from her and not from Brandon, like he kept saying, I don't even want to hear from him. I want to hear from you. So what's said, oh, we're not pregnant, and I was like, oh, okay, so
that's a big red flag, because that's the fact I was involved in a family like that before, where our money, or we can all do this. And I'm like, no, this is my house. This is mine. So I said, in that situation, she has not a chance, because even the son, he never mans up. Just like when he said, well, I think we should tell our parents. Why? We don't even know yet. So it's he's all into it too. So he's not going to be able to separate. He doesn't want to separate. So it's like that tendency. So they're all, if she stays here, they're going to all be in one happy family on the farm. Yeah. Like, well, that's modern day slavery for, what? She comes to America, works on a farm. Who does?
Yeah. When she gets mad, she's going to say, Brandon, no, Brandon, I hate you. That's the first time I heard her speak clear English. When she said, Brandon, I hate you, Brandon.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to talk to you now.
Brandon acts like a poom poom, I'm telling you. Brandon acts like a big old poom poom. He ain't got no sense. He can't handle that girl. The daddy's doing a thing with her while Brandon goes and kills the rats and the cockroaches in the day. Brandon comes home all naive, thinking she's sitting and waiting. No, she's not. There's something creepy going on. I'm telling you, there's something creepy.
You said cameras in the room.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Cameras in the room, there's something off about.
No, but they want Brandon to live their life with the farm. Well, then they'd be like, don't you see all this? You can have all this. I'm looking at the TV like, what? See all
like
what?
It's a palace.
Don't you want it? It's great.
All I saw is I see some hogs, a dog that looking like it needs some help, because the dog looked like it was crying out for help. That's all I saw. Because that dog looked like.
Yeah, but no, they're not going to be able to pull that back, because even when she first came about the birth control, that was very inappropriate. I don't care who mother you are. Why are you trying to set an appointment? And then when he's sitting in the back seat, like, oh, I'm just going to ignore her because my mama could go, on and on. I wish my mother Well, yeah.
Yeah, on his Game Boy.
Who does that? Like, if somebody said, like, oh, well, I wish somebody's mother in that time when I was that young, oh, well, we're going to put you on birth control. What? Who are you?
Exactly. That's sick. It was so sick. It was so sick. You know, it's almost like the mother wanted to take the birth control and insert it into this girl personally. They are, you know what? Perry's right. They are freaks. They are freaks.
Yeah.
And then he's 27. I had to keep looking up his age. Like, you're 27, dude. I don't care if you spend all your money and you move. If I move back to my mom's house today at this age, she would not be like dictating every moment of my life. It's like, Brandon, she even wakes up when they were on vacation or whatever when they were working. Who wakes you up until you have an itinerary?
Exactly.
We don't want to go. Oh, well, we're gonna go.
Yeah, he's breastfeeding. Yeah, he's still breastfeeding. That's what the problem is. He's still on his mommy's pity, sucking away.
What you got to say, Tony?
Oh, I was saying, but I was on mute, that I find that they're very disrespectful. Very,
The
very
parents?
disrespectful. Because if I'm going and I've been with somebody who lives in another country, mind you, he has his own place, but if it was with his parents, I'm not coming there to do what you want me to do. I'm coming there to be with him, not you. And she should actually speak up more. Like, I don't know why she's just accepting it, but I mean, that's probably her personality.
No, but Tony, whenever Brandon speaks to his parents, he always come back to the wrong message. So he's misleading her. So that's why she's thinking, okay, that's what the parents said, and the parents never said that. So that's
Brandon is a liar. Because he tell her from day one that you're coming over here to sleep in a separate room with my mom being a helicopter over you. So as soon as I would have figured out they had that conversation, okay, Brandon, get your little pennies together and send me back to my country. I'm not about to entertain y'all. So Brandon is a liar. He didn't tell her because he wanted her to come.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, and his parents are, especially his mom, she's manipulative in a very subtle way. You know, like how, for instance, they say to them, you can't sleep in the same room, but at the same time, they'll hire a place for them to sleep together outside of the home. And within the home, when they go to the jacuzzi, the mom will insist that they should be naked together in the jacuzzi. Like, it's very, very strange. Did you not see that episode, Kia?
I did.
Yeah, because the cameras are watching. Yeah, now that the cameras are watching, that's why. You wanted to see the girl naked.
Go ahead, Kia.
Sorry.
It's all right.
You muted, Kia.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're having a hard time today. Okay, so no, she was talking about all the germs in the thing, and she can imagine when he lost his virginity. So I was just like, oh, okay, I was lost after that, nah. But yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they have some extra cameras in it, then, nah. If you're saying that they wanted them naked in the
She pointed at them and said to them, I hope you had better not have been wearing clothes in that jacuzzi or a costume or anything. And this poor girl was like, I know wear costume, I know wear clothes. It's in house, no sleep together. Like, she was like, what are you saying?
You know what's so weird? Nana, you know what I find is so weird though? They said, okay, you're not supposed to be in the jacuzzi with no clothes, right? But then they should have just been like, well, we weren't in there with clothes on, so isn't that okay now? We abided by the rules. But they didn't say that. I'm like, I would have just been like, well, we didn't wear clothes in there, so I don't know how it was become cloudy. Maybe because we were doing something we were supposed to do. But we didn't have clothes on, so you can't blame it on the clothes. Sorry.
Okay.
That's because he got into trouble. That's because he got into trouble the first time it happened. Remember, the mom said during her interview, she said, I remember the first time, I don't know exactly the day that he lost his virginity, but if
that was my man, honestly, I won't lie, I'm cussing him stink. I'm cussing him so stink in that room. Like, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm cussing him. I'm going to cuss him all day, every day. You'd have to ship me back home because I'm cussing him.
They're very strange people.
Could you imagine going to a farm and have no. Even though I grew up on a farm, no. I'm westernized now, so no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
All right, ladies, I'm about to get off, so I appreciate everyone for coming. I appreciate everyone in the comments. I've been seeing the comments, and Let's start from the bottom. Tony, shout out your Instagram and your YouTube page. Your YouTube channel, sorry.
It's written like right
All right.
there.
Okay,
There.
so both in people, please check out. I always check out her Instagram, and every day she drops a workout you can do, and then she also has the meals you can probably prepare for your day.
I've been killing the food this week, so
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I've been checking it out.
I'm working on so much on the back
Instagram?
end, so it's crazy. Sorry.
You working on what?
I'm working on stuff on the back end, so like I'm prepping for a program, so that's why you just see like foods up now or like my affirmations of the day.
Yeah.
I haven't been focusing on content, but
all right.
Videos soon.
All right, just keep it coming. I'll be checking it out.
Thanks.
Diali, anything you want to say? Your last words? Any Instagram?
Yeah, it just that the girl, the Belize woman, the Belize man catcher. Stephanie, the Belize man catcher. Yeah, she needs her own vaccine. She needs a vaccine so people don't catch any crazy from her. Not anything else. She just crazy. So please, if people are listening, can you create something for her, please?
Nana, you got it. What's your last words, Nana?
Last words, man. This week's on a farm. Julia just needs to run away. She needs to get on a goat, a chicken. I don't care what. Just find the closest town and just leave.
But she's still here. She's still here, Nana. She's still here.
She needs to find a harness. She needs to find a harness that fits a chicken or something and just bag. Those are my last words.
Okay. Let me go. Kia, I hope you have something nice to say. And shout out your Instagram, and if you have a channel, you can shout out your channel as well.
Okay, so I'm glad. Thank you, Dee, for having me on first. Because
it was a pleasure.
Channel, and like I said, it's a good thing to network with each other, and anybody else that want to network, I'm here for it. On Instagram, I am author KEA SIMONE, and on YouTube, I'm just Kia Simone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you, Kia.
Yes.
I'll follow back.
But thank you, Kia. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace and love. Stay blessed. And 1, 2, 3, we out of it. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Miss Kia. Miss Kia.
Author Kia Simone. Should it say author?
And it's in the black and white?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Dee. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.